Hello, everyone, and welcome back for some more Higurashi.
Hello.
So, last time we sort of went to the big festival, and there we learned about, well, there's murders that take place every year on the night of the festival. So, like, that got us paranoid, and the story is gonna really start kicking off. One thing people did point out is that apparently, if I were to be playing with the new graphics, I mean, it's actually, I think it's there in the options, where if I go to the settings, I go to mod menu, I could put on console CGs. That is a thing, but some people are like, it's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen such a perfect split between people saying like, hey, you should put on the CGs, to people saying, no, actually the CGs aren't great, so my kind of plan for that is I'm going to be looking at the CGs when I'm in the, different art style, but when I'm in regular. It'll give every different chapter, will have a bit of a different feeling to it, which I think it's going to be a neat way to look at this. You might disagree, you might say you'd rather have consistency, but you know what? I'm the type of person who can't order the same dish twice at a restaurant. Like I will order something new every time. I want to try something new, so that's sort of the plan right now. So, if I miss a funny CG or something, you know what? Find it online, throw it in the comments, I'll take a look, but for the most part, whatever I miss, hey, that's fine. Every playthrough of Higurashi is personalized, so let's hope no one died overnight. That's the hope.
ケイちゃん、昨日はお疲れ様。
ミヨンこそお疲れさんな。昨日は楽しかったぜ。
そうそう。ケイチくん、本当にありがとね。クマさん。
Oh, right, the bear,
気に入
right.
ってもらえて
I
嬉
had
しい
to
ぜ。
think about that. I'm like,
裁縫針とか刺したりするのに使うな
wait,
よ。
when did Kuma from Tekken come here? Whose name is really lame when you think about it. Bro's name is just Bear, I mean, I guess Teddy from Persona is not too different. He's Kuma in Japanese, right? Teddy is so much better because it's an actual, like, name. And then they call him Ted, which is funny. Oh my god, the movie is called Ted because he's a teddy bear. I literally just figured that out. What happy times. I sure hope nothing happened overnight. Still chatting happily, we entered the classroom. Uh-oh. But the moment I stepped into the room, a splashing sound and a nasty sensation. Oh, it was just a bucket filled to the brim with water. I thought we were going to have a Danganronpa moment. And unfortunately, my foot stepped right into it. It doesn't seem like a... Like, is that much of a prank, really? I mean, it's just annoying. Clomp, clomp, clomp. Whip, biff. I don't even know what that's meant to represent. Oh. Okay. Don't encourage her. Seeing that, Rena began to swoon as Mion looked on in disbelief. Everything was the same as always. Everybody was there and nothing felt out of place. Boy, those are pointed words, huh? The uncertainties I'd had in the back of my mind since yesterday had vanished. I mean, I've only been thinking about who died overnight.
バッチリ爆睡したよ。なんなら授業中にも実演するぜ。
Mion alerted us that the teacher was coming, so everyone shuffled to their seats.
皆さん、おはようございます。
I know who you are. And if you're on my channel, you know who this is. No jokes. No funny ha-has. That's just Ciel. Okay.
昨日はお祭りでしたね。
Oh my god, she's even a teacher.
最後まで後片付けに参加した人たちは、
Oh my
本当に
god.
お疲れ様でした。
We were all slackers, so none of us actually helped clean up. Actually, I had a feeling that the only thing we did was run around the festival and cause a ruckus.
さて、この時期にはお祭りの取材で遠くから雑誌なんかの取材の方が見えたりします。
Did they intentionally hide the teacher till now? I thought it was the usual. So, like, okay, so here's the thing. You might be like, well, that just looks like CL. No, the one thing I know is that I've seen her alternate outfit in the fighting game. The, like, 3D brawling fighting game. It's a nun outfit. And she fights with rulers between her fingers, like the black keys. So, no, it's CL.
皆さんが取材を受けることがあるかもしれませんが、曖昧なことやいい加減なことは言わないように。
You know what? I'm surprised she's not just saying, "Hey, don't." You know, it's if you aren't trained to do interviews, maybe don't.
いいですね。
In unison, everyone replied, "Yes, ma'am." What she said was really vague, but well, I understood what she was trying to say. After all, this was the 5th year. Probably lots of third-rate reporters pouring in, hoping something regarding the curse had happened. It did nothing but perpetuate the village's bad image. She was saying, don't spout stupid shit you think is funny. And now, I was one of the ones who needed to keep their mouths shut. I found it rather cute how I felt a sense of unity from such a trite thing, if I do say so myself. Boy, the cicadas never stop, huh? I was summoned to club activities after school. Well, since everybody was still pretty tired from yesterday, we just spent the day relaxing what? I don't even know what word he cut himself off from saying. Yeah, that wasn't happening.
今日は本格派の推理ゲームでいこう。
Oh boy.
こんなのはどうかな。
お、海外も
Oh
のの
wait.
ゲームか。
Wait, are we literally gonna be playing Clue?
面白そうだな。
Are we literally playing it? What are we doing?
説明書も英語ですけどね。
Oh boy, please try and read it. It'd be so funny.
ルールはそう難しくはありませんのよ。
Is that a thing? Like
負けないからね。
do people overseas get games and in English and they're just like, well, we're gonna learn? Because that's like, I mean, I've thought about buying Japanese board games, but you know what? I bet you it's easier. Because with Japanese, like, we can't even read the characters, but they can at least sound them out because they learn how to read them.
僕はこのゲーム苦手じゃないですよ。
Right? Like they can at least read the characters. We can't do that with Japanese, so it seemed that Rena didn't handle this kind of game very well.
ルールはね、事件の犯人と凶器、あと犯行現場の3つを当てられた人が勝ち。
It's Clue, which I've never played. I've never played Clue. I don't think I've ever even owned a copy of Clue. There were 3 kinds of cards comprised of suspects, weapons, and locations. I could see that the names Mion and Rika were written on the suspect cards. Okay, but playing this after this is so cruel on the player. Oh, a card with my name on it as well.
カードにもいろいろ種類があるな。斧やらナイフやら毒物やら。犯行現場のカードも渋いぞ。リビングやら書斎やら中庭やら。
つまりね、これらのカードが1枚ずつ抜かれるの。それが正解のカード。で、残ったカードはシャッフルしてみんなで等分。互いに手持ちのカードを質問し合って、抜かれた正解のカードが何かを探るわけ。
Okay, huh. I see. So the cards nobody has are the true perpetrators.
それで答えが分かったら挙手。
Okay, I see.
ゲームを終了して答えが正しいかを確認。
So, wait. This is a game where you can raise your hand and be like, I know the answer, and then you get it wrong, and then it's just over because then somebody knows the answer? Are you
正解
serious?
なら勝ちで1ポイント。
Oh, it's per
外
round.
れていれ
Okay.
ばマイナス1ポイント。
Okay.
正解してもしなくてもゲーム終了だから、
Okay.
カードは集めて仕切り直しってわけ。
I was like, wait, that sounds stupid because someone could literally just do it immediately, throw out a guess, and be like, if they're wrong, well, that's it. Then nobody wins, right?
やってみればわかるで
Okay.
ございますわ。
Stop sniffing her hair.
結構頭を使うでございますわよ。メモを取りながらじゃないと混乱しますです。
あとはやって覚えるさ。で、ミオン、今回の罰ゲームは何だ？
Oh boy, that's the important part. Everyone directed their attention to Mion.
そうだね。じゃあ昨日の疲れも多少あるだろうから、
Oh,
今日はソフトに
yeah, that's
使いっ走りの刑はどう？
that's easy.
みんなからお使いを頼まれて、
Yeah,
それを買いに走るってわけ。
I do that just to feel nice.
つまりジュースとかお菓子とかを買いに行かされるんだね。
Sorry if there's cuts or you hear anyone in the background. I'm just in a place where I don't have the luxury of pure silence. It is what it is. Anyways,
今日の罰ゲームは簡単そうな気がしますです。
again, it's not that bad, but that's fine. I wonder, is it... Oh my god, what if we lose and they make us go buy like feminine hygiene products? Wait, never mind, this might suck.
やはりケイチさんもそう思いますですの？
Maybe.
ああ、何を買いに行かされるかわからな
Yeah,
いからな。
okay, yeah. I'm betting Mion. Oh, well, yeah, there we go. I'm betting Mion would send out whoever loses to buy stuff like hemorrhoid cream or happy family planning manual or other crazy stuff. The cards were lightly shuffled and passed out to each player. The real perpetrator, the correct weapon, and the scene of the murder have been taken out. So that means all the cards I have in my hand are innocent cards.
じゃあ1番は部長の私から行くよ。ミオン、ナイフ、書斎。
You pick one suspect, weapon, and murder scene, and ask the other players. If you have any of those cards, then you must say, I have one. However, you don't need to say which one you have. Wait, this isn't Clue. Isn't there a board you move around in Clue? Am I wrong? I thought there was like a house that you move around in. Maybe not. Maybe this is Clue Jr.
あ、俺持ってるぜ。
レナもあるよ。僕も持ってますです。
Well, that doesn't narrow anything down, does it? Unless there's one of each card. Wait,
完
then,
全
yeah.
な投資ですわね。
Okay. Well, I guess that does narrow down that one of them is, like, all of them are taken. 3 people answered when they had Mion, Knife, and Study. So that means Mion, Knife, and Study are all in the clear. Well, gotta jot that down.
じゃあレナはね、レナ、オノ、ラウンジだよ。
That's an interesting one you're picking, Rena. Just gonna say. Only 2 people said they had one. So it means out of Rena, Axe, and Lounge, one of them is correct and is part of the crime? No, wait, even if they said they had one, they don't have to say how many. It's possible that either Satoko or Rika-chan has 2 of the cards. Oh, I didn't even think
じゃ
about
あ
that.
次はケイちゃんだね。
Okay.
どうぞ。
待ってくれよ。まだ整理中。
The game has me thinking more than I thought. Oh man, this feels gonna be tough. And then we just fade out. Never mind!
犯人確定。
Oh,
何？も
here I am spinning around in circles and Mion just now raises her
犯
hand.
人はリカちゃん。凶器は毒物で、犯行現場は医務室。
Oh?
どう？
Mion drew the cards from the box and we checked to see if her deduction was right.
正解だね。
Oh, well, there we go.
あと一手だったですのに。毒物かピストルかわからなかったでございます。ピストルなんか使わないです。
Jotting that down.
毒物でじわりじわりがいいのです。
Rika-chan said such a hugely terrifying thing with such a sweet little face. Everyone was making a commotion about how they almost had it. Ren and I were left out in the cold, though.
ケイチ君はどうだったかな。レナは全然。
う安心しろ。
No, this... I don't know if I could do this type
俺
of
も
game.
さっぱりだ。
二人とも何自信ないこと言ってんだか。二人仲良くビリになっちゃうよ。
That's even worse. Going off buying something together as a couple? What if we end up having to buy the Happy Family planning manual?
ケイチはこのゲーム苦手そうな顔してますです。
な、全然そんなことはないぞ。次でシャーロック前原の実力を見せてやる。
Okay. Does that mean you're going to abuse opioids?
それはいいですわね。徹底的に叩きのめして差し上げますわ。
Satoko Moriarty. After that, I managed to somewhat grasp the trick behind the game, but I was always a step or 2 behind. I saw that Mion was somehow gleaning information from how the others were asking their questions. Well, that level of experience was just too much. The only way I could stage a comeback was if I became ruthless. I tossed out the simple concept of deduction and switched over to the thought process needed to win, which was blind guessing. The important thing isn't to find out the criminal. It's to win at the game. Wait, can you lie? Wait, you can just lie. Urethra!
あ、ごめん。ちょっ
Wait.
とトイレ行ってくるな。
Wait, what is he doing? Wait, what's his plan? That's gross. That's so gross, buddy.
みーちゃん
Yeah, that's
これ
horrible.
下品
Wow. I had them hold off the game and headed down the hall. Ah, the air was crisp. It showed just how stagnant the air in the classroom was from our body heat. That sounds like an OSHA violation, or whatever the equivalent in Japan is. On the school grounds, some of our classmates were still playing around. After spending some time cooling my head, Rena had made her way over towards me. Oh, are we just leaving the game? Wait, collusion? What are we doing?
ああ、読んだ。
As I got up from my seat, I winked over at Rena. I'm glad it worked
時
out.
間の無駄なんで担当直入に行く。レナ、お前の今日のゲームの過去の戦績は？
Oh, she was taken aback. After a moment, she hesitantly opened her mouth.
と
Oh,
全敗だよ
Well, that's slightly good chances for us, I
ど
guess.
うしてそんなこと聞くんだろう
I could tell from how apprehensively she was
このま
playing.
まで行くと俺もそうなる。今日のゲームは大逆転の秘策が思いつかない。
That was just me taking a drink of coffee if you saw my body freak out there for a moment. It doesn't like me putting something up in front of my face, huh?
じゃあ今日の罰ゲームはケイチ君と一緒なのかな
おいおい、早くも負けを受け入れるなよ。勝ちに行こうぜ、俺たちで。
でもどうやって
I brought my lips up to Rena's ear. Whisper, whisper. A whisper, whisper.
そんなのありなのかな
I don't think there's any rules about lying.
忘れたのか、
Right?
レナ。
Yeah,
海賊
win
第
by
二
any
章だぞ。
means necessary.
勝つために全ての努力をしよ
Oh, or are you gonna say, like, say the opposite of everything from here on? That would also be crazy. Wait, that would be crazy. Our plan of attack was quite a rudimentary one. At the beginning of the game, everyone would be focused on their own hand for a while, taking notes and whatnot. Since our seats were right next to each other, we'd reveal our hands to each other. If we did it under the desk, then nobody would know. We'd begin the game with twice as much information as everyone else. Having this much information would mean we'd need to investigate less.
う。この作戦なら他の連中よりも確実なリードを持って
But
返
is
し
a
ている。
lead enough?
これな
But
ら
is a lead
今度
enough?
こそ勝てそう
You
だ
know?
よ
We both smirked at each other. If I was the shady businessman, then Rena was the corrupt senator. Pleasure doing business with you.
じゃあ早速戻ろうよ二人で組んでみんなをあっと言わせちゃおう
おいおい、二人で一緒に戻っちゃ意味ないだろう。いかにも打ち合わせしてきました。
That is true.
あごめんじゃあどうしよう
レナは先に戻れ。俺は洗面所で顔でも洗ってのんびりしてから戻る。
わかったね
They're gonna be like watching out the door and see and hear all this, won't they? Rena turned around and head back to the classroom. Guess I should wait a little bit longer before going back. If I went back too soon, it would seem like I went to the bathroom. If Mion or one of them suspected nothing, then there could be problems. Well, they'd figure out sooner or later, because both Ren and I would start winning over and over again. Both Ren and I will have earned enough points to avoid being the losers by the time Mion realized what was happening. Excellent. Not bad at all.
前原くん
I cannot get over. You are just her.
ちょっといいですか
Huh? It's the teacher. Ah, man, things were just getting good.
何ですか？今ちょっと。
前原くんにお客さんがいらしてますよ
Oh?
昇降口へ行ってください
Huh.
お客さん？俺別にお店なんか開いてな
Yeah.
いし。
Who?
待たせていますよ早く行ってきなさい
Right before my big match was pretty bad timing to have a visitor, but the fact that someone was here to see me was strange enough to pique my interest. I didn't want to waste any time, so I decided to take care of it quickly. I mean, there's only two people I could think it would be, because it's like, we've only ever met two other people with sprites. The entryway was a heavy contrast from the hot sunlight and deep shadows. Who are you? Who is this large man? Waiting there, looking uncomfortably warm, was a middle-aged man, his tie sloppily loosened and his jacket tucked underneath his arm. He's kind of dressed like a firefighter.
前原さんですか。前原圭一さん。
Why do you have the scary voice? There was no question he wasn't a resident of Hinamizawa, and that this was without a doubt the first time he had met me. Ever since I met Tomatake-san, it seemed I was fated to meet middle-aged men.
そうですよ。どちら様ですか？
Watch him be like, I'm 27 years old.
私の車、エアコンが効いてますから。
That,
そっちでお話ししましょう。
I don't know about that.
ここ暑くありません？
That's suspicious as all heck. Okay, we're stupid. The man, completely ignoring my question, pointed over to his car parked near the gate and began walking. You've got to be kidding me. I had no intention of going along with some geezer I didn't even know, and he was asking me to get in his car with him. Like, what?
だって食いやしません。
Don't say that. That makes it worse.
どうぞどうぞ。
He opened the back door of his car and called over to me. Didn't like this old man, but I want to know what this was. Can we just ask the teacher to be like, hey, can you just like stand watch or something? Even while knowing that conversations that start out like this never led to anything good. Oh, God. The inside of his car was pretty cool. Now, are you talking about the style or the temperature? Because those are two very different things. Air conditioners. Cars with air conditioners were supposed to be a luxury. My dad didn't have one in his car, at least. Oh, God. That's how it used to be, huh?
冷えすぎだったら言ってくださいよ。私、ガンガンに冷やしちゃうたちですから。
で、俺に何の用ですか？
Out of spite, I decided to ignore his remark in the same way he did to me and start my own line of questioning. He pulled out a notepad from his pocket and took a picture that was stuck between the pages. Uh-oh. On it was the face of a pretty goofy-looking
こ
guy.
の男性のことでご存知のこ
Is this
と
a-
があったら教え
is
て
this
くだ
guy
さ
like a
い。
private investigator? Who the heck is this? I doubt even his close friends would be able to recognize who he was from his expressionless picture that looked like it was taken at the DMV.
シャツにマジックで落書きがありましたね。
Oh no. Oh, I didn't. You know, I said there was death flags for him, but I didn't even realize that we were literally writing our names on the most likely character to die. Oh no.
前原さんをはじめクラスメート何
Oh
人かの
no.
署名入りでした。
え？これ、富武さん？
Like I had a good idea. I had a good idea that bro was gonna die, but at the same time, I never put together that us literally signing our names on the most likely character to die's shirt was a terrible idea. There was no hint of his usual unreliable and easygoing personality in this photo. It was an expressionless, half-asleep face. Well, we did say it looked like it was taken to the
で
DMV.
は、こちらの女性はわかりますか？
I mean, we'll probably recognize her as the woman there, but we don't know who she is. Even before seeing it, yeah, I had a good idea of who it
え
was.
っと、名前は知りませんけど。
Yeah, we
ゆう
we
べ
saw her,
富武
but
さんと一緒にいた女の人です。
I mean, here's the thing. This is like kind of worrying, but there's nothing to say that we did anything wrong, right? As long as we say the truth, right? It should be fine, right? I didn't know what her name was, but I did know she was a resident of Hinamizawa.
この二人に最後に会ったのはいつですか？
Last night.
渡
Yeah?
流しのお祭りの晩、
Yeah.
一緒に
Or
話を
whenever
し
that
ま
was.
し
It
た。
might have been a few days.
二人とも仲良さそうでしたよ。
何か気になったこととかありま
What?
せんか？
Yeah, she kind of knew me,
何でも結構です。
and we didn't know her.
話してください。
Can we say that? Being asked for every little detail is very troubling, honestly. I had a pretty good idea of who this guy was by now.
富武さんたちに
Oh
何かあっ
boy.
たんですか？
There was no response to my inquiry. Thus I replied to that silence in kind. I was pretty sure, no, certain, this guy was a cop. And why? Why was he asking about Tomatake-san? Did something happen to him? More importantly, why me? Shouldn't there have been plenty of other people who knew more about him than I mean, well, okay, but to be fair, our name was literally written on his on his shirt of the man who's probably dead. The roar of the air conditioner felt unbearably loud. After a long pause, he finally spoke again.
前原さんはまだこちらに越されてきたばかりですよね。
Little concerning, you know
ご
that?
存知ですかな。例の親代様の話は。
I wouldn't think a cop would be talking about superstition. My heart began to race. I'm pretty terrible at hiding things. Probably showed on my face.
全く知らない。知らないんなら結構なんですがね。
まあ聞いたことくらいは富武さんに教えてもらったんですけど。
どの辺までご存知ですか。
The dismemberment killing, the accidental death, the death by illness followed by suicide, and the lady who was beaten to death. The incidents that always happened during the day of the Watanagashi, ending in suspicious deaths. I didn't think Tomitake-san would have kept anything from me. I think that was everything. No, rather, I didn't want to think there was anything more than that.
前原さんはそのタタリとかを信じていますか。率直なところで結構です。
Kind of weird that the cop is talking to us about curses, but this is 1980s-ish Japan.
信じてません。
My answer was instant. It wasn't so much I didn't believe it, as I was on the verge of believing. I wanted to clear away my own doubts. That was the more prominent feeling.
本当にならよかったです。やっぱり前原さんは都会育ちですね。
信じてなかったら何なんですか。俺仲間を待たせてるんであまり時間取れないんですけど。
その写真の男性は昨晩
There it is. There it
お
is.
亡くな
Yeah.
りになりました。
Yeah, that was, yeah. Okay. No, that was, I saw where this was going. My mind went blank. Huh? What happened to Tomitake-san?
よりにもよってね。
How?
つまり綿流しの当日。
The question is how.
前原さんにはどういう意味があるのかわかりますよね。
意味って意味なんか。
Not any for the cause of his death or the reasons behind it. The real problem was that he died on the day of the Watanagashi, meaning this year. The curse of Oyashiro-sama had once again.
富武二郎さんがお亡くなりになられたことはまだ内緒です。どうしてかはなんとなく
Yeah,
お
'cause,
分かり
you
になり
know,
ますよね。
it's not a good look for the city, town, village. I didn't want to understand why.
教えてください。一体何があったんですか。
I want to know the details.
得意なんですよ。
Okay.
ひなみ沢の方にはちょっと刺激の強い。
Yeah, but I'm a city boy. We play Mortal Kombat. There's a roundabout way of saying it, but it caused me to doubt whether or not I wanted to hear the rest. I would only regret forcing myself to learn of something I shouldn't. Or at least that's how I figured I would feel if I listened to the rest.
第一発見は祭りの警備を終えて期間中のうち
Okay.
のワゴンでした。
Oh, wait, was this was the thing that we heard, the police report, right?
時刻は24時5分前。
Okay.
場所は町へ出る道路がちょうど舗装道路に変わるところありますよね。
It is kind of funny that that's a known place.
坂を下り切ったあたりにあそこの路肩でした。
There were few streetlights on that road. There's a difference between there were a few and there were few. Its pitch black darkness was only broken by the lights of passing cars and the moon. It was a stroke of luck that Tomitake-san was spotted collapsed on the shoulder of the road. Tomitake-san was face down, covered in blood. Well, okay, yeah, that's suspicious. Blood and muck covered the asphalt.
みんなはじめはひき逃げされたものだと思う。
Oh, and by the way, because someone's going to bring it up, yes, I say asphalt. That is how we say it where I'm from. Apparently, in different parts of the world, they say something different, but that's how I've always called it.
ですが意識を確かめるために近づいた警官はすぐに異常に気づきました。喉がね、
Oh,
引き裂かれていたんですよ。
was it one of them bloodsuckers? Are they here too? I mean, if Ciel's here, well, that would... Huh.
ナイフとか。
いいえ、
Oh?
爪でした。
Wait, what? Like, are you talking like the ones you use for like wood construction or the ones on the woman's fingers? Nails? As in like fingernails? Oh, you mean his neck was clawed through?
検視の結果、それも自分
Whoa.
の爪でということが判明しました。
Bro, let it set in.
えそれって
Huh.
どういうことですか？
Basically, it means it wasn't murder, it was suicide. That's a grim way to go. Tomitaki-san, whatever was going through his mind, tore open his own throat. As hard as he could with his own nails. Tore through the skin until he started to bleed, and even then, Tomitaki-san didn't stop. He continued clawing, with enough intensity that could have peeled off his nails. Oh, still clawing. Still clawing. Then, as his nails reached those vital arteries that he should never damaged, he continued clawing. Splurt. Blood splattered on the ground around him. As he bled, while gasping for breath, he collapsed. His body spasmed and he died in agony.
薬物を疑いましたが、そういう類のものは検出できませんでした。
Yeah, you're not gonna find that in small-town Japan. But this, it was suicide? I've never heard of such a thing. It's a natural way of dying. If this wasn't a mysterious death, then what was? The way he died. In these 5 years, his death most resembled that of a curse. As if to show both myself and Tomitaki-san, who proclaimed there was no such thing as a curse, that we were wrong.
他にもいくつか不審な点があります。体内分泌物、発汗、脱毛等から
That would...
富武さん
that
はお亡
makes
くなりに
sense.
なる直前、
'Cause
極度の興奮状態だったようなんです。
like, why else would you be doing that? Well, that was a given. Yeah, it's hard to believe someone could be in a sound state of mind while clawing out their own throat.
手の傷と付近に落ちていた角材が一致しました。周囲の木やガードレールに叩いた後、周囲に散乱する富武さんの血痕、つまりですね。
Meaning that while tearing at his own throat, he was swinging around a piece of lumber.
体からは本人によらない外傷
What
が
was he
いくつか
doing?
発見されました。
There was... Oh, was he fighting someone?
富武さんは何者かに暴行を受けた可能性があるということです。
Huh.
外傷の部位から見て複数犯の可能性もあります。
Oh, well, man, that'd look really bad if there was a bunch of names of students on his shirt that were signed. To summarize, Tomitaki-san was surrounded and attacked. While wandering the night roads in a state of panic, after being cornered, he picked up a piece of lumber and tried fighting back. Somewhere in there, he began madly tearing at his own throat, clawing at it. Then he died.
死亡推定時刻は21時から23時頃のようです。
Oh man, if only I took note of the times when we were doing anything in the last chapter.
つまりお祭りで前原さんが富武さんとお話しして別れてからすぐの出来事なんですよ。
Everyone signed Tomitaki-san's shirt, then parted ways. Right after that. Yeah, he should have been with a woman. What about her?
行方不明です。
Oh no.
出勤もしていませんし、昨夜は自宅にも帰っていません。
Oh boy.
事件に巻き込まれた可能性が極めて高いようです。
For a while, I could only gaze off into space. I never would have thought that something unfortunate happening to somebody close to me could affect me this deeply. The time I had spent with Tomitaki-san was short. We went to the same festival, spent time together, and took part in the same competition. He was one of us.
我々もあらゆる面から捜査を進めますが、村人たちはお社
Yeah, you're
様
not
のこと
getting
に
much out of
話にな
them.
ると、とにかく口が重くなる。
That I knew well. I would have been none the wiser if not for Tomitaki-san, the outsider, telling me.
だから俺なんですか？俺がひなみ沢の人間じゃないから。
I should have been angry that that was the reason he wanted to hear hear what happened from me,
こ
but
のままでは富武次郎さんはお社様のたたりで死んだことになってしまいます。
he turned away from me and gazed far off into the distance.
綿流しの晩、神聖な儀式の時、無神経にカメラをバシャバシャやってたものだから、
He was doing it during the festival, yeah, during the ritual.
富武さんにお社様の罰が当たるわけがない。
Tomitake-san had to have been killed by humans, and like a cowardly group, no less. There's no way I'm gonna let this end up being the fault of some curse.
私もそう思います。罰もたたりもあるわけがない。
The mood was tense. The tense mood was cut with the man's hearty
つ
laugh.
まり、そういうことですよ、前原さん。
Why does he say it like that? Oh, I super don't trust you.
たたりを信じていないひなみ沢の方の協力が不可欠なのです。わかりますね。
Neither Tomitake-san nor I believed in curses. With the way things were going, it would just end up with Tomitake-san's death marking the 5th year, which would mean that Hinamizawa had rejected Tomitake-san. That was something I couldn't allow. Tomitake-san was one of us. He didn't live in Hinamizawa, but he came every single year. In a sense, he was more resident than I was. There was no way that Tomitake-san could have been cursed by Oyashiro-sama.
俺に協力できることなんかあの晩のことは何も知らないし。
いえいえ、何か気になるものを見たり聞いたりしたら教えてくださればいいんです。
If I see or hear while he was talking in future tense, well, the person who did it is probably here. Yeah.
何でも結構です。
Oh boy.
不確かなもので構いませんから。これ、私の電話番号です。不在でしたら出たものに伝言してくだされば結構で
This
す。
is like just this conversation is making even me right now feel a little nervous. He handed me a piece of paper with his number on it, but I hesitated for a second. If I took it, then whether I wanted to or not, I'd be mired knee-deep in this matter.
富武さんの無念を晴らすためにどうかご協力をお願いしたいのです。
That's right. Why was I hesitating? I needed to find the murderer who killed my friend. I snatched up the piece of paper as a satisfied grin spread across his face.
今日ここでした話はすべて内緒です。絶対に他言無用でお願いします。
わかりました。
お友達にも内緒です。特に園崎さんや古出さん
Furude,
に
yeah.
は絶対に知られないようにしてください。
So that's what I thought. I thought Rika's last name was Furude, which means that the Furude shrine, yeah, that's hers there. And that was her father. Sonozaki, yeah, okay. That's interesting. Why them specifically?
園崎って
Yeah,
ミオンのことか？
why them specifically?
なんでだよ。事件に関係あるっていうのかよ。
With my friends' names brought up so abruptly, and being told to keep it a secret from them, I became rather angry.
捜査上の都合ということなんです。
煙に巻くなよ。ミオンは俺の大切な仲間だぞ。
I snapped at him, but he didn't seem to be especially
言
offended.
ってもいいですが、
Oh
気
boy,
を
are
悪
they
くしないでくだ
suspects?
さいね。
言えよ。
He hesitated a little. Turning his gaze to outside the car, he began to speak after thinking a bit.
ひなみ沢で起こった一連の事件は裏ぐるみで引き起こされている可能性があるのです。
そんなことあるわけないじゃないか。
Give me a break. First of all, is there any proof of that?
証拠はありません。
Oh boy.
しかも過去の事件はここに解決し、いずれの犯人も村とは直接関係ありませんでしたしね。
じゃあどう考えたらそんな考えに至るんだよ。
毎年綿流しの日に村の旧敵が
Enemies of the village. I guess they all are. Was he too? Huh.
それだけで十分に疑えると思いませんか？
I'm kind of with him on that. That is a through line. Only the residents of Hinamizawa felt that the day of Watanagashi was sacred. So basically, because incidents happened on that day, it was somehow related to Hinamizawa. No, I think his logic is sound.
はじめはダム工事の監
Yeah.
督、そして次に
Yeah.
ダムを誘致した
That's a connection.
村の旧敵は次々に
Yeah.
開始しました。家庭はともかく結果はそうなんです。
He's not wrong. Unfounded, unreasonable suspicion. No, I don't know, dude. I think he's got a rather solid logic here. But it just couldn't be shrugged off. Yeah, that's the question, right?
神主はダム騒動当時リーダーシップを期待されながらも積極的な働きがなかったため
It
一
was
部の村人から失望反感を買っていました
it was you might have been our leader, but you weren't enough of a leader.
反感があったにしたって
Yeah,
別に
that
村
makes
に害
sense
を与えた
too.
わけじゃないだろう。その次の主婦なんかどうだよ。
But she's just related to him.
誘致した男の弟夫婦だったってだけの理由だろう。もっと殺される理由が薄いじゃないか。そして富武さんに至ってはどうだよ。ダム工事とは関係すらないじゃないか。ただよそ者だってだけの理由だぞ。
In the beginning, it fell on those related to the dam project, but as the years went on, the enemy threshold of the victims had become much lower.
それがね
Yeah, right?
怖いんですよ
They're just getting more brazen with it.
徐々に希薄になっていくのが
Literally, just now, you're not from our village.
何がだよ。
つまり村の敵でなく、よそ者だというだけの理由で犠牲になりつつあるんですよ。
じゃあ来年の被害者は村のよそ者から選ばれるっていうのか。
I sure hope that's not us.
あるいは引っ越してきたばかりの人かもしれません。
Oh, that's what I just said.
それってどういう。
I swallowed my words. Here in Hinamizawa, the ones who'd be considered the most outside would be my family. I was proof enough of that, wasn't I? I still couldn't remember the names of the people I passed by. Then the next victims, my family. Was he saying it was going to be me? No, I think it would probably be your father because of how he holds himself away, right?
でも
Yeah.
それとミオンとどう関係があるんだよ。
詳しくは申し上げられませんが、その時さん一家はダム騒動時の抵抗運動
Oh
の旗頭
no,
だったんです。
that's interesting.
それも過激
Oh,
なね。
that's really interesting.
例えば園崎美音さんについても同様です。抵抗運動時いくつかの軽犯罪と公務執行妨害で補導歴があります。
Oh. I mean, with her being so silly, her having a criminal record would make sense. I knew Mion had fought. That was the first I've heard of her family leading the protests, though. And well, what did it all mean?
ミオンの一家が一連の事件に関係しているとでも言うのかよ。
そうまでは言いません。もしもそうだったら
Oh boy.
一番確率が高い。それだけのことなんです。
Not a very clear explanation. Felt like he'd magnificently avoided the details I really wanted to know.
誰が一体どれだけ関わっているのか全くわかりません。だからこそ村人に口外してほしくないのです。
Instead of answering, I gave a very bitter expression. It seemed that he understood it well enough.
じゃあこう考えましょう。たたりを盲信する村人の皆さんに心配させたくないからない。そういうことでどうです？
What do you mean, how about that? How should I know? The reasoning behind wanting me to not carelessly open my mouth about it, well, it wasn't too hard to comprehend. The perpetrator was here. It had nothing to do with a curse. He was definitely going to be caught by the police and made to pay for his crimes. And none of the villagers should have anything to do with that process. It may cause those sensitive about the curse to worry needlessly.
みんなが俺に心配させないために内緒にしてくれたように、今度は俺がみんなに心配させないために内緒にする番ってことなのか。
That makes their not wanting to talk about it even more suspicious, honestly. I was just talking to myself. Unlike me, everyone else had been worrying over these mysterious incidents yearly, and the incident this time probably means a lot more to them. I didn't want to burden them anymore. In the end, everything went as the man had wanted, as insipid as it was. But it couldn't be helped.
わかりました。俺だけの秘密にします。それでいいですよね。
Yeah, can we get a name?
沖宮署
Name.
なんならクラちゃんでもいいですよ。
I'm guessing that has to do with your other name.
いや、大石さんでいい
Yeah,
です。
that's fine. The way he said it was unpleasant, yet retained hints of politeness. He was a spitting image of a vulgar police officer. Though I've never seen one this bulky before in the cop shows I watched.
時間を取らせすぎました。お友達を待たせていますよね。もう戻った方がいいでしょう。
Okay. The door opened with a click, and in streamed the oppressive heat. It was blistering outside the car. Was it really this hot of a day? It's almost a cruel heat, as opposed to the mechanical coolness inside the car. It was as if the land of Hinamizawa itself suddenly hated me. I felt a little sad as the thought crossed my mind.
お友達を疑えと誤解しないでくださいよ。
I refrained from telling him that it was too late to say anything that self-serving.
前原さんが何も見つけず、それは村が関わっていないという証拠になるん
That's
で
a
す
fair
か。
point.
見たり聞いたりしたら連絡しますけど、俺は探偵じゃないですからね。変な期待しないでくださいよ。
しませんしません。探偵になんかならなくていいですよ。今までのように自然に生活してください。その中で見聞きしたことを教えてくだされば結構なんです。
I hastily made my way back to the school building after giving him a quick bow.
またお会いしましょう。さようなら前原君。
I returned to the school building without looking back. I don't know how much time had passed. I did feel bad for keeping them waiting, but right now there was a lot on my mind. Tomitake-san's death was hard enough as it was, but to think that there was a possibility of a village conspiracy. Well, worse still, there was also a chance that Mion was involved. Nonsense. Impossible. Not Mion, Rena, Satoko, or Rika-chan. It was a group that attacked Tomitake-san? Who could the perpetrators be? Could it be they were hiding here? Somewhere in Hinamizawa? I didn't know. All I could say for certain was that Mion couldn't be the perpetrator. This is literally making the Clue game even worse. Oh my god. Huh? I was startled to hear Rena's voice.
凶器はロープで犯行現場はラウンジ。
あははは、はつれー。
Rena clutched her head while flailing about. Looks like you're just self-destructing over here. Wow.
ケイチさん遅かったですわね。プンプンでございますのことよ。
ごめん。ちょっと先生に職員室呼ばれてさ。
素行が悪くて怒られましたですか？
Sure, let's go with that.
かわいそうです。
こっちも白熱してたしね。もういい時間だから次で最後のゲームにしよう。
俺の今の持ち点って確か0点だろ。ビリ確定じゃないのかよ。
Yeah, right?
大丈夫だよ、ケイチ。
You also have 0?
レナ、マイナス
Oh, never mind.
1点。
That's even worse. The heck? Score's lower than mine and I wasn't even playing.
罰ゲームはレナが1人でかケイちゃんと2人でかを決める最終。
冗談じゃねえぞ。罰ゲームはレナ一人でやってくれ。
ケイチ君と2人で勝とうって約束したのに。
Don't say it out loud.
だよ。
そりゃ俺が悪いな。
I followed my initial plan of showing Rena my cards, but I didn't say who the criminal was and just waited for her to call.
わかったよ。犯人は私。凶器は毒物で犯行現場は。
That's a very serious face.
どうかな。
おお、レナ。
Oh boy.
回答早いじゃん。また当てずっぽいじゃないの。
レナの正解ですよ。
Oh, wait. That means we're tied?
じゃあこれでケイチさんも罰ゲーム決定ですわね。
Great.
やったー。ケイチ君一緒に頑張ろうね。
一緒に頑張ろうな。
What are we gonna have to go by? It's my fault, so I have no choice.
ではゲームセット。トップは私。
Okay.
ビリは前原圭一と
Great.
竜宮レナ。
Great stuff. Everyone applauded and the game ended. The problem was now the penalty.
じゃあ使いっ走りの系のを買ってくるものはトップの私が決めようかね。
何を買いに行かされるんだろう太郎。
薬局は禁じ手にしような。
Yeah, right?
あ？薬屋なんかに用ないよ。
Oh, wait. Oh. Wait,
おじさんが買ってほしいものはね、このメモに書いてあるから。
I'm terrified. She came prepared. She knew she was gonna win.
いっぱい書いてあるよ。
Lot? Damn it, what is she making us buy?
豆腐2丁、
Okay,
シャンプーとリンス、
okay,
みりんに油揚げ。
sure.
なんだこりゃ。
This is just a list of
罰
groceries.
ゲームってよりお
Yeah.
買い物に見えるでございますわね。今日のミーは勝つ気満々でしたです。
Oh, she just wants us to get her groceries.
快速第7条、罰ゲームの内容に逆らわない。はい、お金。シャンプーはうち果物物語だからね。よろしく。
Okay, so she's giving us the money. This is fine.
これ、
Yeah, this is fine.
お前が頼まれたお
This
使
is
いだろ。
this is this is a total non-issue then. I promised myself I won next time I'd make her go buy hemorrhoid cream. I mean, if she's giving us the money, it's like such a nothing thing. That's fine. We could have had so much worse. We could have had so much worse. There are more than 4 perpetrators and search notice. All right, let's check these. Not a clue. Receive an unexpected report. That's what he looks like? Crazy. Okay. There are more than 4 perpetrators. Let's learn a bit here about the case file, I'm guessing? Right?
自分で喉をかき破った出血性ショック死。
Okay.
爪の間に皮膚片が残っておった。
Ooh, gross.
間違いなく本人のものじゃわい。
That's crazy.
傷の形も一致する。
直接死因が自殺ってのは
So
分かっ
he's
てます。
talking with someone. Is this like the homicide, the criminal investigator who, like the medical team
分か
or
っとるわ
something?
い。人為的にこういう症状が起こせんかと言っとるんだろ。
背中が痒くてかきすぎて血が出ちゃうのとはちょっとわけが
You know,
違いますからね。
Can't say I've done that. Yeah, yeah, nope. Some of Tomitake-san's fingernails had been pulled out. Ew, gross. Fingernails actually rip off surprisingly easily. Do they? Never experienced that. But it really hurts. Under normal circumstances, the pain would prevent you from completely pulling them out. Also, there was a lot of bruises on Tomitake's body. It's clear from the shape of them that he was assaulted first by someone or a group of people.
分泌物から見て、仏は極度の興奮状態にあったのは
And you
間違いな
kind of
い
have
の
to。be.
では乱闘になって興奮のあまり自分の喉を引っかき出したってことですか。襲った連中さぞや度肝を抜かれたでしょうな。
It is possible that, in such an abnormal environment, a person would perform acts that a sane individual couldn't possibly imagine. Of course, those are very rare cases.
実はな、大石。仏
Yeah,
が武
what-
器に
what's
した
with
らしい
this?
角材な。砂粒とか、ガードレール
Sand
の
and
塗装片と
paint.
か、そんなのしか出んかったぞい。
No human traces, right? Because you hit a human, and dead skin will be on it.
腰の服の繊維とか、
Yeah.
皮膚片とかは。
出んかった。
Huh.
仏は犯人を殴っとらん。
Was he out there fighting demons or something?
あるい
Like
は、殴
things
った
that didn't
角材を
exist?
星が持ち去ったのかもしれんの。
ならわざわざ角材なんて置いていきませんよ。全部持ってっちゃいます。
それもそうじゃの。
富武氏は結構体格もいいし肌も焼けてるし。
I don't know why his skin color matters for this,
It's
but
man.
I mean, I guess we are playing as, we're in the perspective of a police officer right now, so he's got to hyperfixate on something, I guess.
うん、そうだな。よく運動しとるようだの。
I can't imagine what kind of sports he did when he was alive, but okay, if this is the perspective of the cop, then, but I think his physical strength would be on the higher side, meaning he would be difficult to overpower in a brawl. If a man with such a physique sensed he was in danger and swung the plank around frantically, it's just unthinkable that he wouldn't nick the perp. And his opponent was unarmed. The guy had a wooden plank, so you'd think he'd hit them at least once.
こんだけ体格のいい相手を取り囲んで襲おうとしたら
I mean,
何人くらいいるん
there
で
is
すか
the
ね
advantage of being at night.
アホそれは大石の方が得意だろうがアクタレ時代を思い出さんか
Oh, he was the bad cop? If I was to take down this guy, how many would I need? When a group wants to take down big prey, it's fundamental to attack with numbers. I'd guess about 4. Even if there was a gap in their strength, they'd
だと
manage.
すると結構犯人は大人数だの
There's multiple sus perps.
祭りで泥酔した4人以上のグループが怪しいとなるかの
A group of 4 or more. Just, if they had that many, and they couldn't have hidden the body in a less obvious location. Or did he somehow break away from that fatal predicament? Then there'd be no reason to commit suicide. Moreover, I still can't comprehend the irregular way he died. It's full of
こ
mysteries.
っちもそこは重視しとる徹底的に調べるつもりだが何しろ過去にこんな例はないんだからな
期待はしませんよですが結果を楽しみにしてます
おいさん課長が呼んでるっす
すみません
Okay, I thought we were in a family restaurant, but I think we're actually in the police station. I was looking at this and my brain clocked this as I'm at a little cafe or something, but no, this is probably the actual police station.
おおいいお年をの
Okay. And then, search notice. This should be pretty short. The document, right? Jiro Tomitake, deceased. Resided in a cheap hotel in Shishibone City. Registered under the name Jiro Tomitake. Pen name. Oh, that's a pen name? That's curious. Travels via folding bike, okay, like Phoenix Wright. No license. The bicycle was found 300 meters away, abandoned at the side of a forest path. Present on the day of the festival, accompanied by the missing Mio Takano. Okay, that's the lady. Was seen around 9 p.m. by police. Location afterwards unknown. Held residence in Hinamizawa for 1 week each season for the last 5 or 6 years. Okay, so even before the murders. Freelance photographer specializing in wild birds. Check with magazine companies. Yeah, I think that's a fair one to actually be like, hey, have you ever actually used his photos? Nothing suspicious in the film located among the articles of the deceased. I don't know, if there was pictures of us, that would be seen as suspicious, but wallet was among articles of the deceased. Mere act of violence? Yeah, okay, so it wasn't someone taking the wallet, which, I mean, we know, but from the contents of his wallet, he spent most of his time around Tokyo and Chiba, along with the Sobu National Railway line. I don't know where that is, so I can't really tell you what that means. No individual matching the name Jiro Tomitake in the residency records of any Tokyo wards. Compare teeth to dental records. Send to the Metro Police. Attach a photo. Send to the Metro Police. Contact magazines regarding Jiro Tomitake. Mio Takano, nurse at Irei Clinic, became close to Tomitake through passion for wild bird photography. There's a chance for everyone out there, huh? Resides in Okonomiya X District XXX. Single. Witnessed accompanying Tomitake on the festival grounds, currently missing. Abducted, or maybe a suspect. An important person of interest. Had no motive to kill the deceased. Squabble from jealousy. Need to thoroughly investigate their relationship. Place of work, etc. Need to get information from the police on scene again. I want cream puffs. From 4 jumbo ones. Hey, you know what? His name is literally like the word for delicious. So you know what? It's not exactly, but it's close. So that makes sense. And he's a big fella. Right? All right. End of chapter 7, guys. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time for chapter 8 of Higurashi, as things are, well, like I said, they're actually starting to really kick off. We have our first murder, so we'll see where we go from there. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you then for some more. Ciao.
Yo.